of certain hope of the resurrection, we commend to Almighty God our brother Francis Xavier, and we commit his body to the ground, earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Half a bagel? It's the best kind.
What kind's that?
This is a raisin bagel that's been lying next to an onion bagel. It's perfect.
No, thanks. I'm not hungry.
You look awful.
Thanks. Hey, Sidney. Listen. You ever seen a psychiatrist? I mean, outside of that marriage counselor?
I'm a middle-aged, partially divorced atheist Jew. Now, what do you think?
Seriously?
Yeah, and briefly. It was very helpful.
You can see someone short-term like that? I thought therapy took years.
Well, you know, in Freud's day, it took years, but not with HMOs. You'd be surprised how quickly people get better.
I don't know. Easter has me coming unglued this year.
Look, the Jews have been waiting for the Messiah for 5,000 years. You guys expect him to come annually. It's an unreasonable expectation, even for God.
Last night, I dreamt I was being buried alive. You were there. You were helping to bury me.
My shrink used to say, given modern life, most feelings of paranoia are justifiable.
Yeah, but what does that mean?
There's something you need to know. Martin swore me to secrecy, but I should have told you a long time ago.
This isn't going to be good, is it?
Martin's report to the bishop, he's recommending that we close the parish.
What?
He asked me to look over the final figures with him, but I got to tell you, Ray, the numbers don't lie.
All we need is a good campaign drive, some leadership.
Look, you're preaching to the choir here. There's nothing I'd like to see more than St. Thomas keep going. Martin's made up his mind.
So it might be all over?
Might be. I thought you ought to know.
Thanks, Sidney.
I thought you wear black chasubles for funerals.
I wasn't thinking.
Well, wait till the shrink gets a hold of that.
I'll leave his number for you on your desk, right?
Why do we have to have fire at the Easter Vigil? I hate fire. Why can't we just have an Easter egg hunt instead?
Because the new fire is a symbol of Christ rising. And I know this method's going to work, Rach.
That's what you said about the last 5. Sooner or later, you're going to burn the church down.
Believe me, it's perfectly safe, okay? That's why we're testing it now. You know, you need a fire that can flare up out of the darkness quickly, right? Like, whoosh! But it needs to die down just as fast. Whoosh.
Eric, I'm sorry you don't get to preach at Easter. I know it meant a lot to you.
Yeah, what can I say? It's been a rough first year after ordination, you know? I thought I was going to be a priest. I turned out to be the liturgical hibachi boy. Okay, here we go.
Careful.
Believe me, Rach, it's under control. Whoa. That might be a little too much whoosh.
May all who are buried with Christ in the death of baptism rise also with him to newness of life.
Now, when Father Ray finishes blessing the water, then you can step forward to be baptized.
Now, get me good and wet, darling. This baptism's been a long time coming. I don't know what's taken me so long. I mean, I've just been sitting across the street in my house, listening to the bells ring on Holy Saturday and wondering for whom the bells toll. Well, this year they're going to toll for me.
I'll make sure and get you good and wet, just as long as you bring a change of clothes and a blow dryer.
And what took you so long to get around to getting baptized, Dolly?
Oh, I've always been too busy for God. But Jack died and the kids moved away, so now I have the time. And I thought it might be a good idea for God and I to get on good terms since I'll be meeting him soon.
I just want to tell you how proud I am of all of you. Really. It takes a lot of courage to follow Christ. I mean, you're like the original apostles. When they were called, they left everything behind. Families, jobs, everything. Because when you feel called, you just go. So, it must have been quite a thing for them to find out, after leaving everything behind, that Jesus was going to die. I mean, they thought they had bright futures ahead of them, and suddenly, all of a sudden, after 3 years, nothing. So there they were, wondering what to do with the rest of their lives, wondering if they made fools of themselves by following him, wondering in this life and death quest that Jesus was on, if death had finally won.
Well, there's no way around death, honey. I mean, children die. People leave. But what makes it work is that Jesus rose from the dead. Didn't he?
This is the night when Jesus Christ broke the chains of death and rose triumphant from the grave.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, Sidney.
Well, not a good morning?
Not much sleep. Whatever there was rocky.
Well, bad dreams? I wasn't trying to bury you alive again, was I?
No. In this one, I couldn't sing the Exultet, the happiest song in the liturgy. The ancient proclamation of the resurrection, and the word strangled me. I choked to death on the altar.
Hey, do you want to get a hold of Josh Youngman?
Yeah. Therapy isn't for me, Sidney. And I'm supposed to be the one who helps people, not the one who gets helped.
Help, get help. I wouldn't let my pride get in the way of a good night's sleep.
My God. What are you going to do?
About what?
Martin's recommendation to close this church.
How did you get that?
Rachel stole it, gave it to me. Have you guys had a chance to talk?
Well, officially, I don't even know this report exists. Everybody's telling me in confidence.
I think you two better just step outside and have a little fist fight. Settle it that way.
Good idea. At the moment, I'm just trying to get through Easter. I'm really counting on you to get us through Holy Saturday, Mom.
You are? I have to tell you, ever since that Christmas service, I find it so difficult to just do the setup work around here. I really do.
Mom,
What?
I'm really having a tough time with Easter this year.
Yeah, men usually do. The apostles wouldn't believe the women. Had been for a former hooker running to the tomb, we still might not know that Jesus had risen. Listen, I want to take this statue of Peter's wife home with me. Do you mind? It's just collecting dust up in the organ works.
It's yours. You take the organ with you. Mom,
What?
Do Holy Saturday?
and I'll let you sing the Exultet.
Well, I've always wanted to sing on Holy Saturday. I'll pray about it. You better go deal with Martin. Hello?
What do you think you're doing? Hello, Ray. What's the latest outrage?
I read your report. How dare you? How dare you try to shut our church? Keeping this parish open isn't a business deal of some sort. It's a sacred trust.
Honestly, Ray, I could care less about your sacred trust.
What are you talking about?
Those things, they mean nothing to me at all. I don't care about faith.
Martin?
I'm the Antichrist, Ray. I was sent by Satan to destroy your church and make your life miserable.
Don't say that.
You've known it all along, Ray. It's true. I'm the Antichrist, Ray.
Stop saying that.
I'm the Antichrist.
Stop saying that.
I'm the Antichrist, Ray.
Stop it.
I'm the Antichrist.
Stop saying that.
I'm the Antichrist. I'm the Antichrist. I'm the Antichrist.
Stop saying that. I keep shaking him, telling him to stop saying that.
So, your co-pastor is the Antichrist. That's quite a dream. Especially taken with the others.
What does it mean?
For your dreams, you tell me.
Well, Martin is the Antichrist. I've always suspected that. That I'm dying.
Aren't we all?
And that I don't believe in the resurrection. I feel lost.
Well, that's good. Well, from what I understand, the resurrection means that when all is lost, there's still something to be found.
Well, I can't find it.
Maybe that's because all is not lost yet.
My whole life is based on faith. I mean, I feel like I got nothing left to hold on to. I feel like I've given up my whole life for something that isn't quite real.
Angel of tears, bear these tears before the heavenly throne. That's a prayer my father used to say. He was a cantor. Would you like to hear it? He was a man who really believed in God. You could hear it in his voice.
Well, I envy him.
You don't believe in God?
I certainly don't feel him today.
What do you feel?
Angry. I get angry a lot. Well, feels good just to be able to talk this out with you. What, should I write you a check or?
It's a freebie. I'm like a pusher. I give out free samples to get people addicted to mental health. You know, Ray, I would encourage you to dig under the anger and see what's there. You're a person who lives with a lot of darkness. You might find that under it all is light.
Nothing Sacred will continue in a moment here on ABC.
Eric! Mo! Martin! Eric!
Oh, my God!
Go call 911 now!
Ray, did I do this?
Call 911!
Ray, I...
Look, I'll rip your head off later. Call 911!
Okay.
Sweet Jesus. Let me wake up.
What are you doing? Thought you wanted this place to burn down!
What are you talking about? Help me!
Oh my God, the church, Eric!
I gotta dial 911.
Give it to me. Eric, get out of here.
Rach, I think I started the fire.
Eric, go outside, wait for the firemen. They'll be here in a second. You have to show them around. Go, Eric!
Okay, I'm going.
Oh, my God, I saw the flames from my window. How can I help?
Yes, I want to report a fire.
Where's Ray?
Yes, St. Thomas Street. Sydney's upstairs. Get him out of there.
Hey, it's done.
Please, don't let the Blessed Sacrament burn. Please don't let it burn.
Dear, you must get out of the church, please. You must get out of the church.
Don't, please. Please, Mr. Wolf, please.
How things going, Ray?
What are you doing here?
I stopped by. I thought you might need a hand. What happened?
Church is burning down.
Well, that must be a relief. It was such a burden.
What do you mean?
Well, why else would you set it on fire?
I didn't set it on fire.
Hey, it's your dream.
I didn't set it on fire, and this is not my dream.
Now help me here! Help me!
Ray, we gotta get out of here, man. I just heard it on the scanner. It's an old building. It's gonna go up like a matchbox.
No, I'm gonna fight for it.
Look, the firemen are gonna be here in 1 minute. There's nothing you can do. Where's Martin?
He's outside.
Martin!
Sydney, we're gonna lose him.
Where's the Blessed Sacrament?
What?
But this old lady, she said, save the Blessed Sacrament. Just where's the Blessed Sacrament?
It's in the tabernacle. Come on, Sydney. Let's get out of here.
Where is everybody?
Eric's out front. Sydney's getting Ray out of the church. Where are you going?
Upstairs.
Oh, you can't go in there. Stay here.
I thought I heard somebody in the church.
How am I going to let you do this?
You stay here. I've got to go and look.
Damn it, no!
Mo? Are you okay? Mo?
Mo, come back. She thinks there's somebody in the church.
Who?
I don't know. She doesn't know. There's somebody she thinks is hiding in there. Mo!
Damn it!
Mo!
Hello, is someone out there? Hello? Is somebody out there?
I told you there's nobody here.
There was somebody out there. This was behind the altar. Somebody was there and they were bleeding. Well, whoever it is, they're gone now. How do you know that? Hello? Are you out there? Hello?
Hello!
Is there someone out there? Where are you? Hello? There's nobody out there. Where are you?
We're into the west side there. Bring the ladder over to the place. Yeah, come on. East side. What the hell am I doing with this? Why was I running into a fire to save some bread? What the hell am I doing?
It's not just bread. And you're a good man, Mr. Walters.
I'm a crazy man. I gotta quit this job and do something more sensible before I kill myself.
You gotta go talk to Eric. He's a mess.
I tried. I couldn't do anything.
You okay?
Where's Mo?
I don't know. She came out with us.
No, she went back inside.
No, but just because the fireman wouldn't let her.
What is this? I left priceless gold vestments in there to burn, and I saved this.
Here, leave me alone, Ray. Eric, please. What are you gonna do, Ray? Are you gonna tell me that's not my fault? Look, nobody knows what happened. Come on.
Let's go.
You know, this has been a great first year of priesthood. I think most people, they make a few bad decisions or they say a couple of bad homilies. And not me, I gotta go and burn down a whole church. You don't know that. Come on, Ray. How else do you think it happened, huh?
Help! Somebody help me! She started coughing and she couldn't get her breath.
I'll go get a fireman.
I don't think she's breathing.
Darling! Darling, can you hear me? Come on, talk to me. Darling!
She's breathing.
Are you all right?
The church, please. I want to be baptized there. Easter with bells, damn it. Don't let them close the church.
Don't you worry. Don't you worry. We won't close it. I promise you.
Take it easy, ma'am. You're going to be all right. Jesus, Father.
Well, could be worse.
No. And it's as bad as it can be. In its own way, it's perfect.
He's still standing.
That's what makes it so perfect. If it fell down, I wouldn't have to worry about it. To want, to care. I hate this.
I wish Leo were here.
I don't think it would break his heart.
I never knew I loved it so much.
What is this? I must have walked over this a million times. I've never even looked at it. Looks like something from the aquarium.
Well, in the catacombs, the symbol of Christ wasn't a cross, it was a fish. Because the letters that spelled fish made the initials of Christ's name. It's our most ancient symbol.
So the dolphin leaping.
Resurrection.
Unlikely.
Dear God.
I've got this.
I just got off the phone. The bishop says that St. Anne's is inviting us to have our services combined with theirs. So, we're going to have Easter after all.
Anything else?
That he thought that this might be a sign that it's time to close St. Thomas down.
We're having Easter here.
Ray, how? We're not even sure the place is structurally sound.
I'm all over it, Ray.
Now, wait, Sidney, wait. If we are going to have Easter, let's do it with all the respect that it deserves, with all the ceremonies and the music.
The church is our people, Martin. Here. Celebrating with us. Easter is here. Get on it, Sidney.
Yeah. If you weren't so interested in fighting, it would be so clear that this is a sign to close the church down.
I wouldn't be so sure, Martin. I mean, for Elijah, the sign wasn't in the fire, wasn't in the earthquake. It was in a small, still voice. And we haven't heard that yet.
Congregation and I will be at St. Anne's for Easter. You're welcome to join us.
Is it even possible?
I can never go back in there. It just can't be done. He told me. He warned me not to do it. And I still did it. How could I possibly face anybody again?
How can I face Leo for a second, huh? I mean, he's made this church his life. This is really bad wine.
You know, with Leo, it's possible, just barely possible, that he won't even notice.
Look, don't patronize me, Rachel, okay? I screwed up. Big. I was never the kid who got suspended at school, or the kid who got drunk and wrapped his car around a tree. Never. Then now, I go down and I burn down the church. God, you don't get it.
Okay, kill yourself. Be my guest. So you screwed up big time. Well, congratulations, Eric. Welcome to the human race. Maybe now you'll have something more to say to the world than telling us the right way to do everything all the time, which never helps anything anyway. And if it took burning down the church to do that, then so be it. I think you're worth it. And, by the way, Ray wants you to do the homily at Easter.
I can't.
Don't even think of baptizing me here.
Hey, darling. Did you get some rest?
How can I? Every time I fall asleep, some well-intentioned person comes by and whispers, "It's okay. You can let go. You can go to the light." Well, I don't want to go to the light. All I have is a little smoke inhalation. You wait and see. I will be at St. Thomas at Easter.
Why does it mean so much to you?
When I see you and the other priests and Sister Maureen and all the staff at St. Thomas, I want to be part of that. I want some of that joy.
Doesn't always feel like joy, darling. Sometimes it feels like a lot of hard work, and confusion, and loss.
Joy isn't happiness. Joy is knowing it means something. That's what you all have, and that's what I want on Easter.
It's a lot to ask from a little bit of water.
I'm not asking it from water, I'm asking it from God. And He won't disappoint me.
How's Dolly?
She's fine. I wish I had her faith. I wish I had anybody's faith.
What's the music?
Angel of tears, bring our tears before the King. I think the sound in here is better after the fire. This used to be a church. God lived here. What is it now? Paint's gone, the windows are blown out. Is it that easy to drive God away? Ladies and gentlemen, God has left the building. Easter? Here? Oh, God. What was I thinking? Yeah, Martin's right. It's over. Aren't you going to disagree with me?
Not this time.
That's not what I think it is it?
Pietro. Oh, I loved her. If the one thing I wanted to keep from you, well, that'll teach me.
Yeah. Antonio can make you another one.
No. I don't want another one. That part of my life is over. And this is going to the dumpster.
It's over?
It's over. Ray, can you tell me what I was doing running into a burning building insisting that somebody was here? My whole life has been like that. If I could just figure out why I do it, I could stop.
What makes you think somebody was in here?
I heard singing. And I found a cloth. Somebody was hiding in here. Or maybe not. Maybe there was never anybody here at all.
I'll take it. It's been a good ride, Mom.
It has. I'll miss it. I'll miss you.
Some other Easter, some other place. Church. Such a great idea. Goodbye.
The acoustics are better.
Yeah. Ciao, Pietro. Hello?
I'm coming.
Move, somebody!
Crying?
Cry!
Ray, what's the matter? What are you doing?
Oh, my God. Oh, Christ. Here I am. Here I am.
Let me see. Oh, darling, look at this. Oh, my God.
Nothing Sacred will continue in a moment here on ABC. Well,
4721, Dr. Grace.
I'd say the small, still voice has spoken.
And what did it say?
It said that we got a lot of work to do.
God is back in the building?
Never left. You're just looking in the wrong place.
Like always. Ray, do you think God is making fun of us?
constantly. Go on in. I'll wait for you.
No, you go ahead. There's something I need to do. I'll catch up with you.
Dr. Ramirez, radiology. Dr. Ramirez, radiology.
How's the baby doing? She has a disease called chlamydia. She'll be all right. The mother's the one with trouble. Left untreated, it could affect her reproductive organs. Though in this case, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
I'm sorry?
Well, we wouldn't want this kid having any more children, would we?
Why do you say kid?
Well, it's frequently a teenage disease.
Well, then how do you know what should happen to her? How do you know what her situation is? You can't possibly know.
Sister, you have to believe everybody's redeemable. I don't.
Then you can see. All right.
I hear you're giving the homily tonight. Good for you.
I can't do it.
Well, if you need any commentaries, just ask.
I can't do it.
Forget about the commentaries, Eric. Just say what's in your heart for once.
I'm not gonna do it. Ray. Hello? Doesn't anyone around here realize that I burned down the church?
Bring blossoms of fairest from garden and woodland and hillside and dale. Our full hearts are swelling, our glad voices telling the praise of the lovely flower of the
May the light of Christ, rising in glory, dispel the darkness of our hearts and minds.
Rejoice, heavenly powers, sing choirs of angels, exalt all creation around God's throne. Jesus Christ, our King, is risen. Sound the trumpet of salvation. Rejoice, O earth, in shining splendor, radiant in the brightness of our King. Christ is conquered, glory fills you. Darkness vanishes forever.
Bring flowers of the fairest, bring blossoms the fairest from garden and woodland and hillside and dale.
This the night when Jesus Christ broke the chains of death and rose triumphant from the grave. Oh, happy fault, oh, necessary sin of Adam, which gained for us so great a redeemer.
Bring flowers the rarest, bring blossoms the fairest from garden and woodland and hillside and dale. Our full hearts are swelling, our glad voices Lovely is the flower of faith. Hello. That's a very beautiful song, isn't it? May I sing it with you? Oh, Mary, we crown thee with blossoms today.
Please forgive me. It's difficult to see in the candlelight.
You don't need your notes, Eric. Just talk to us.
Just talk to us, Eric.
It's hard being alive. Believing enough just to keep living. In fact, I think that the happiest Jesus probably ever was when he was dead. Just lying on a slab in the tomb. I mean, you have to remember that the last thing that Christ saw when he was alive was a soldier running at him with a spear. And he was completely unable to defend himself. Actually, I think being dead must have been so comfortable. He would never, ever have to face all that pain ever again.
Queen of the angels and Queen of the May. What are you sorry for?
I couldn't think. I couldn't think what else to do. I couldn't think. So I killed my baby. And then God burned down the church to punish me.
Can you imagine his terror? His stark terror when he felt God calling him back to life? Everything in his entire body must have screamed, "No! No, I'm not going! Leave me alone! Forget it! Pick someone else."
Your baby is alive, darling. Look at me. Your baby is alive. Don't you cry about that fire. If it wasn't for that fire, we might never have found your baby. Thank God for the fire. Thank God for the fire.
But God didn't pick someone else. God put his mouth to his son's ear and said, "No. I choose you. My son. My beloved. Wake up. Come to me. I'm not done loving you yet. Wake up. I am not done loving you yet."
Dolly, I baptize you in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
More water, darling.
You sure? All right.
Ah!